Foundation Murray Rugby League in beautiful Brisbane.
Is it beautiful today?
It's kind of Brisbane. Well, it's not as windy as yesterday.
Compared to yesterday.
Yeah, I'm just thankful that I've decided to bring a jumper today, so it's really good. But joining me this morning, we've got Bo Dela Cruz and Nathan Appo. Good morning, ladies and gents.
Good morning.
How are we?
Very well. Looking forward to this first game on Field 1. Should be a cracker today. Yesterday was really, really good in terms of the welcome ceremony, and thank you very much on behalf of the New Knuckle Jaguar mob who welcomed us to country yesterday, and then walking around and meeting some of our Deadly Choices ambassadors, which was fantastic.
Yeah, it's good to have a few of the boys up here yesterday. Brandon Wakeling.
He's off to
America
San
today.
Diego
San
today.
Diego,
Yeah, for an Olympic qualifier.
We had Steve Renoff up here, Willie Tonga, Brenton Bowen. I think Brenton said maybe 5 words up here. But we'll have, hopefully we'll get Preston Campbell up here today. What else there? PJ, Patrick Johnson, a few others.
Yes, well.
So to the left of your screen, we have the Townsville Black Stars versing the Southwest Queensland Emus.
And there we go. The referee's now kicked off the first commencement of today's game. Field 1, the Southwest Queensland Emus up against the Townsville Black Stars.
Might just rattle off a few names for the Black Stars. We've got Tremaine Bodie, Rewa Walden, Giovanna Kit, Brody Kit, Frank Bacco. It's a familiar name.
Yes, absolutely.
Elijah, Rodney Joe, Aidan Carson, Damon Marshall, Manuifwa Nona, George
Abednego.
That's the one. Manuel Guligo, Justin Dutoy, Tashawn Mesa-Santo, Taloa Edwards Huxley, Tyler Pickering, Tyrese Michael, Fred Billy, Javanui, Amos Ambram, Kalis White, Jermaine Stanley, Josiah Wade Taupo Taylor, Gershom Kellys, Zarin Rosendale, and Zane Kyle.
And for the Southwest Queensland Emus, that was a great attempt there, by the way. Southwest Queensland Emus, Ashton Thurston, Dijon Blades, Clayton McGee, Bailey Dobbin, Harrison Lindsay, Preston Thurston, Lath Webster, Cole Hone, Blake Gill, Jake Peters, Blake Mills, Liam Crocker, Matt Johnson, Jacob Lankowski, Robert Rainbow, Shannon Lara, Dennis Hampton, and number 27 is Robert Rainbow again. So there must be the same person. But
yeah, same mob. I think there's been a score already. Yes.
Yeah, nice breakdown this right side from Ashton Thurston. And Townsville Blackhawks, Townsville Black Stars. I knew I was going to call one Blackhawks. I knew I was going to do it. No doubt, probably a few of these boys are probably linked with Townsville Blackhawks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we'll be expecting a big things from this Townsville Black Stars side today. They certainly have got that size in terms of being able to drive the ball up the field.
Yeah.
But, yeah, very, very much making their presence known early in the first half in this game between the Southwest Queensland Emus, Townsville Black Stars. The current score is now 6-0.
And I'd assume a few of them are involved in the Kerwin State High that just took out the national championships down there in Sydney. They beat Marsden in the Queensland state final, and then, went on to win, I think it was against Westfield, maybe Sports High in Sydney. So a few of these boys from Townsville are more than likely involved in that Kerwin State High team.
Well, that was young Fred Billy, the number 17. That was, what was it, 30, 35 metres plus?
Brings it back up the kickoff to the 50.
Wow. Would you look at that size? Like young Tyler Pickering. Oh, my goodness.
Big frames out there.
Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Townsville again with the 5'8", taking it all the way. That looked pretty easy for him to kind of skirt through the Southwest Emu side, but
Had a try.
yeah, absolutely.
I blinked. I blinked and it was...
Just see the replay here. Number 6, just throw on the dummy, bang off his right, and then in under the post.
Yeah, I think he caught a couple of defenders there from the Emu side. It was lagging a bit, just trying to get back from that from the previous tackle. So, But anyway, he successfully converted that. The number 6, Elijah Rodney Joe. That brings the Townsville Black Stars to 12, up against the Southwest Queensland Emus, who are yet to score on field 1. Yeah, so I had a bit of a walk around in between the breaks yesterday. Gee, there was people everywhere yesterday, Bo. It was fantastic to see. Each ovals were chock-a-block and packed.
Yeah, and it was good the weather didn't deter them either. So, like some people sitting up in this scaffolding, I was freezing.
I was rugged up.
And there was a great kick there by the Emus back down again to the Townsville side. Now we've got George Abednego taking the ball up for the Townsville Black Stars.
Fumbled.
Yeah, a bit of a fumble there.
It was funny before the game, Ed. You could see the boys, hey. You don't see blackfellas move that quick, but when there's a plover around,
yeah.
I don't know if any of you can see it on your screen, but they were gone that quick.
Yeah, big fellas can run too, I can tell you that much.
While we pack the scrum, just want to say a big acknowledgement to all our partners and sponsors a part of the carnival. Quake, the Institute for Urban Indigenous Health, Deadly Choices, University of Queensland, Queensland Sport and Rec, Moreton Bay Regional Council, Department of Education, Containers for Change, the Infinity Pharmacy, got it right, the NRL, the QRL, and Preston Campbell Foundation. So big thanks to our sponsors and partners of the carnival.
Oh, it's a one-on-one strip.
Yeah, wow, that was quite competitive there by the Townsville Black Stars. Now we've got Justin Doty taking the ball up for the Townsville Black Stars. So far for the Townsville side, that hooker's been very busy in terms of getting the team up the paddock, and now they're going right of the field.
I like the way these Townsville boys are set up. They're, under 17s, their specialty halves, obviously hooker, and they're big front rowers.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that there's a little bit of structure in there, but at the same time they use their natural flair and ability.
Forward pass. But this under-15s competition's strong, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We watched a couple of games yesterday, and we're saying that it's important to have a bit of structure, but you've got to play that blackfella footy, and these forwards just set such a good platform for them. And some good footy's getting played on the back end of it, so...
And that's the way footy's gone, It's all about the forwards and who wins the game up the middle of the park. These days, to get it to our backs and get quick roll balls to our backs, and especially our halves, and then let them do their thing on the end of that.
Yeah, that's right. And it's great to see everyone tuning in from all around Australia. We've got Karina from Perth.
Hey,
yeah,
morning,
she's
Karina.
good morning. She's tuned in to check out a few of the games, and a couple familiar names there. Jimmy Byra.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Townsville boy.
Yeah. Probably tuned in to see the Townsville Black Stars.
The Black Hawk.
Yeah, the Black Hawks. So great to see everyone tuning in from all around Australia, and I no doubt we'll probably have a few more of the mob tuning in. Probably sneaking a few views at work there at the moment. So great to see everyone tuning in.
What was
so
your
big
deadly
hello.
choice this morning, Nate?
My deadly choice. Actually, I got up early and went for a quick walk.
Nice.
I didn't get a chance to train this morning, but I know you trained, didn't you? Did you train this
No,
morning?
not this morning, but I got myself an acai bowl, which was
good.
lovely.
Yeah. I saw Eddie eating an apple earlier, making his deadly choices.
Apple and a walk.
That's
Apple
it.
and a walk.
Nice.
Well, there we go. We've got the Southwest Queensland Emus definitely putting a little bit of pressure on now with the Townsville Black Stars with that kick well into the Townsville Black Stars quarter. Now they're working their way out.
The outside backs are now getting involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Contact.
And here we go. They're definitely using...
Number 15.
Yeah, young Tyler. They're definitely using young Tyler in terms of getting momentum, pushing forward, laying the platform. And now we should see a spread to the right of the field.
Oh, nice little hole there.
With a great one from George Abnego.
Lucky.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to give George any room. I'll tell you what, he'd probably give you a bit of a piggyback down the paddock.
Like I was saying yesterday, and it's good to see a lot of the boys trying those things that they watch their, their idols in the NRL and the NRLW doing. Like I love seeing, all the flash stuff, especially in Murray. They just give it a try, and if it comes off, it comes off. This is the place you can try those types of things and play that type of sort of Murray Rugby League, isn't it?
Oh, look, yeah, especially when you've been around the game for some time, Bo, it's things that you cannot teach out of the textbooks. It's they do it naturally.
That's it, and I love watching that. I think it warms my heart to see a lot of that stuff because there's people that have trained so hard for what a lot of these kids have got naturally, and they honestly just don't know their ability.
Well, the pendulum has certainly swung here on field 1. It looks like the Southwest Queensland Emus are certainly gaining some momentum now. They've got a bit of a piggyback off a pretty laxy penalty from the Townsville side. Obviously, the fatigue's kind of setting in at the moment, but let's see what the Southwest Queensland Emus can conjure up coming into the Townsville All Blacks side.
Big contact there.
Big contact there. Very, very big contact.
Nice little show and go there. Long ball, they've got numbers out here. Great read by the number 3 there.
Yeah, again, a bit of a dangerous tackle, that one. A bit of a lifter.
That's a tough call. But the referees are doing a great job this weekend already, I got to say.
And they're keeping our boys and girls safe. That's
they are.
the thing.
Hey, biggest run up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lad.
Well,
Good run.
He's got the
Great
legs
run.
popping there. That was young Bailey Dobbin.
We were talking about yesterday how we've got a lot of boys that are quite rangy, eh? And it's good to see a bit of size and height come into play as well now.
Yeah, I mean, big Blake Gill tried to do the big run up there and got met with some fairly aggressive tackle from the Townsville Black Stars. So let's see what Dijon Blades can do now. From he's gone for the kick. It's fairly, and that's the thing about the field 1 here in Brisbane. It's a fairly shallow in goal, so you've really got to test your measure in terms of kicking the goals and asking questions. But again, it's a quick start by the Townsville side. Dominant tackle there by Jack Peters from the Emu side.
And the good thing about a lot of these smaller towns coming into Brisbane, they've done so much to get here in terms of fundraising, sponsorship, etc. So it's good to see that we've got all the mob from the smaller towns, especially the remote towns. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of these Southwest boys would be from around Roma, Chinchilla, even out to Charleville. And near Kieran's hometown of Coolpie.
Yeah,
Kieran Lander.
He's proper dusty one, that one. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if some of these boys are part of the Cowboys House program up there in Townsville. Again, that was a strong run by the Dijon Messasanto, but could not control that ball. Hence the handover now to the Southwest Queensland Emus to now work their way out of their half. Dominant tackle there by Javana Kitt.
The Southwest Queensland Emus are very compressed. Look at all that space they've got out there to the right. I think there's nearly about 20 metres between the centre and what should be
Good
their
run.
back row. Oh, here we go.
Wow, that was young Brody Kidd again. Oh, sorry, that was
Bailey
Dobbin. A great run there by Jake Peters again. He's showing a lot of promise in the first half here.
There's the kick again.
Yeah, young
Ooh.
Dijon's been very, very busy just asking questions.
Yeah, a little knock on there.
Very unlucky.
Mm.
Oh, well.
And he's wearing the 2, but I think he might be playing in the halves there.
Yeah.
Deshaun Blades.
Scrum on the 10.
What a
See
name.
what they've
Deshaun.
got.
Yeah.
They've got
Deshaun
great
Blades.
field position. It'd be good to see what they've got in terms of their attack.
That sounds like a clothing brand.
I like that, yeah.
What is
Deshaun Blades.
Dijon Blades.
Oh, it's nearly better than Dela Cruz. You wait for it,
Some
okay?
aware, some
You
aware.
wait for
But
it.
Deshaun Blades. I like
Okay,
that.
now Dijon Blades pushes the ball out to young Clayton McGee, and he's taking it up towards the H post. We are now 10 out. Let's see what the Southwest Queensland Emus can do. Ooh, a bit of a fumble there by
Great hands.
young Cole Holm.
It'd be great for the
Look how
the
they've
Emus
got
to
to
put.
spread the ball a bit. They've got
Yeah.
to spread themselves out a little bit. They're way too cramped in there.
Yeah, the Townsville side is certainly, meeting them.
Yeah.
Nice pass there
Oh,
by Clayton McGee.
attempt of intercept.
Yeah, we'll get another. The Emus will get another 6 here.
And
For a
they're
knock-on.
not asking any questions of the
No.
Townsville defence, you know what I mean? They're compressed, so they're keeping their defence compressed. Once they spin it wide, they give them that much time to set their D. There's nothing really on out here, so they've got to get some quick play the balls going. They've got to get some, win that ruck.
Not sure that was a right option there for
Yeah.
young Clayton, but anyway.
I don't know if the Emus want to be down here. There's plenty of plovers down this end, chasing the boys in the warm-up. So
Okay, let's see what young Dijon's got up his sleeve now of his tricks.
takes a nice little settler there.
Got to get a bit more depth, the Emus.
Yeah, very flat, though. They certainly do look very, very flat at the
That's a
moment.
good run.
Yeah.
Nice run there by young Jake Peters again.
Here we go. Oh,
Little bobble in that hooker there.
There's a lot of uncertainty around the ruck. I think that comes down to talk about where to next in terms of what their play is, what they're going to set up when they're attacking the line. So you sort of don't know what's going on out there.
Yep.
There's no communication. That's when you get that uncertainty, especially as a hooker at the ruck,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
having to make that decision whether they're going left, right, a block play, you're jumping out. You just never know. So I reckon their halves have got to start controlling the game a little bit more.
Yes. And so now the Townsville side pushing the ball left to the H post.
We nearly had a,
Yeah.
JH there again. Strip one-on-one.
Giovanna
Oh.
Kit.
Yeah, there's that young Dijon Messer again on that left-hand field, just finding some
Strong
gaps.
carries, aren't they?
Oh, look, he looks pretty solid
They
too.
do.
Oh, and get the penalty.
Yeah, and draws a penalty as well.
Very strong runner of the ball, the lock there. That's what you want out of your locks. You want them to be able to, be strong ball runners. You want them to be able to ball play. Fantastic run.
Solid run there by Justin.
Oof. Yeah, he lost
Toy.
it.
Yeah, good tackle by Bailey Dobbin there. He's impressed me in a team that are doing it pretty tough. They've been doing a lot of defending, a lot of tackling, and he's had some strong carries and defending really well. Good tackle there.
Good to see all the mob getting back out here so early. It is an 8 o'clock game. So, awesome work,
That's what I mean.
family.
Murray fellas and early starts,
That's it.
But when you put football into it, everybody's here.
Hey, true. Football, a feed. Nah.
Yeah, that's it.
Some great feed here from Preston Campbell. Another knock on.
Oh, wow.
Unlucky. And ball security, so important. You don't want to give any of these teams, and ball.
Especially in this field position.
Yeah.
Get six tackles at the line. You should be able to score most of the time.
I mean, Bo, we had Steve up here yesterday, Steve Renoff, talk about, seeing the young people there and then anticipating their play, and then knowing that there was opportunities there. But first tackle and then, doing a silly...
Yeah, the patience,
Yeah.
hey,
Patience,
especially in this level. Like I think we noticed it with the under-17s. Oh, here he goes.
Wow.
Oh, where's the winger? No, not there. Was he the winger?
Yeah, no,
Jeez.
it's Tyrese again.
Yeah.
Tyrese Michael.
I think we saw with great
Wow.
work. think we saw with the 17s yesterday, they had a lot more patience, and that's
Yes.
just coming with experience and a bit more maturity as well.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, the boys are just, I suppose the 15s boys are just working out what works best for them, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and try to sort of play to that. Whereas, you know, within the 17s competition, it's an actual structure, and they've got, you know, they've got specialty halves, specialty hookers.
Yes.
Their forwards are, you know, built for forward roles. So, yeah, I think just that little bit more patience with the 15s and understanding the knowledge of the game a bit more.
And that's what these selectors will be looking for too.
Yeah.
Eddie, you know, with that under 16s, you know, you got to have talent. Obviously, you want to see a bit of talent, but you want to see some, like you said,
Leadership.
some leadership, some
Yeah.
security, some presence of mind to get to a kick, and
Yep.
you know, so and that also helps as well.
And it is, you're right, Nathan, it's those little things like
Yep.
the talk on the field. It's
Yep.
the, you know, the organisation, you know, especially of your hookers, the hookers running at the right times and not just picking the ball off, you know. It's all that having a look, and then, you know, the work rate and defence. It's so important. We saw it yesterday with the first game, those young fellas.
absolutely.
You could just
Absolutely.
tell there was about 4 or 5 leaders in that team just
Yeah.
watching them. Oh, big contact. Fifth and last.
Well, there's young Dijon again. I tell you what, he's a bit of a, he's definitely a leader. He's peaked his moments and really leading the Southwest Queensland Emus around the paddock at the moment.
Yeah.
Although the score doesn't really reflect his commitment and abilities at the moment, but he's certainly showing a lot of promise and character, Nathan.
Yeah. There's that Bailey Dobbin in there again, making tackles. Preston Thurston.
Big work rate by the number 6.
Yep.
Number 6.
Preston
Oof.
Thurston, Aston
Yep.
Thurston. Do you reckon any relation there?
Oh, I have to be.
Who, to Preston or
Have to
Jonathan?
be.
All the above.
Great run there by the number 16.
Everyone's related, eh?
Tyrese Michael.
There you go.
Good run by the 18.
Javon Wee.
Yep.
And last.
Javon Uy.
It's going high, yep.
Oh, yes. Let's see who's asking.
Oof.
Oh,
Bit of a communication breakdown there. Fullback. They get out set. Let's see what they got.
there's that Dijon again.
He's playing like an outside back as well as
isn't
a
he?
half.
He's
isn't
all
he?
over the place.
Yeah.
It's a good run.
Good run there by the,
Great
I
run.
think it's 5'8", isn't it?
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6. Preston.
Thurston.
Hey, look at
Yeah, Southwest Emus are just going to want to try and get to a kick here, get it out of their danger zone so they can play a bit of football down. And just
so
as I
Bit
talk,
of, a, bit of a fumble there by young
just as
Cole.
I say it.
Yeah, and it's just that they take one more step backwards
Yeah.
and get a bit of depth. Like you can see with the young half there, Deshaun. He's trying to do an XY, and he's like, oh, they're scoring here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just got no time. So if they
Yeah.
take about 2 more steps backwards, they're going to have time to run the little set plays or whatever they want off the ruck.
This is where, you know, Elijah just saw the opportunity and then passed the ball off
Yeah.
fairly early and then gave it to Javana Kit. Javana
Yeah.
Kit can run, so you wouldn't want to give this young fella any opportunity or space because he will certainly take it and then capitalise on it, which he has in this instance. So that now takes the Townsville Black Stars 16. The Southwest Queensland Emus are yet to score with a kick to come.
Yeah, 12-0 would have been an okay score to go in at half time, but you know, 16 to 18-0 is going to be a tough ask in the second half.
Some of the designs I'm looking at,
Oh,
Nath,
they're
on
awesome, aren't
the uniforms are just lovely. I might have to go and get myself one
Yeah,
of those
they're
Townsville ones.
you'll see a few of them sort of mirror a few of the NRL teams that Deadly Choices have partnerships with. So
Absolutely.
we're lucky enough to use those designs, and
The colours.
I think that's the
and
Gold Coast colours there, Gold
yeah.
Coast Titans, and it's great that all these teams are able to.
And if you're coming down to the QMC,
Represent.
Strutties have got their
Yeah.
their 10 over there. Some deadly designs, Nathan. They're trying to get himself a few things.
Yeah, trying to get some discounts there.
Strutty's our buddies.
Yeah, Strutty's our buddies.
Paul, he's a good bloke. Paul,
Some comments for gear.
Chuck some Dela
through
Cruz
the-
socks out there, Paul.
well, it was very lucky by young Elijah Rodney
Ooh.
Joe to have that ball go through his legs. And
Young Amos Ambram taking the hit up there.
But again, let's see what the Southwest Queensland Emus can do now. We're just minutes out of the first half. Let's see if they can get a meat pie here. Great run there by Justin Dotai.
Oh, awesome
Wow,
run.
look at that run there from Brody Kidd again.
Bit high.
At the 4, yep, the 4, Brody Arquette.
When I look across the line at the Emus team, we've got, it's a bit confusing because you've got the 6 defending in the middle. He must be in the lock, and then you've got Dejan that's looks like he's a half in attack. He's
wearing
in
the
the
2.
centres, wearing the 2. So they must have changed their team around a bit, and I think he's over
He's
there.
over again
Big
in the
aim, what's
19.
Ambrose?
The boys just turn around and start sprinting back.
Fit.
Yeah.
Good to see. That's their fitness. Ambram, that's obviously a big.
Yeah, Ambram's
rugby
up
league
from
name.
Innisfail too,
Yep.
up north there. Bianca Ambram.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
gee,
Bianca.
I played with her a couple of times.
Yeah.
She is deadly.
She
That
is,
girl.
isn't she?
I remember her bloody 1 year playing All Stars, and she put Ali Briggenshaw on her butt, and I was standing right next to it. Oh, it was a nice, nifty little hit.
Yeah, just letting you know that they're there. But anyways, that's half time here on Field 1 between the Townsville Black Stars and the Southwest Queensland Emus. The score is 20-0 to the Townsville Black Stars.
I think we're going to go to a bit of a break in a moment. But yeah, what a great start to the day, you know. And I do feel it for the Emus. They're up against a good outfit in the Townsville Black Stars. So we'll see what the second half has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly am looking forward to that.
Hey young guys, Nathan Appo here for Deadly Choices TV. I'm joined with Braden Trindle, the goatee.
Oh, just call me Tricky.
Oh, tricky. Yeah. Brothers, who's your mob? Where you from?
I'm from Weewell, northwest New South Wales, and my mob's Camilleroy tribe. And
How long you been at the club for?
second year going on this year, so yeah, pretty stoked with it.
Now on the top squad.
Yeah, moved up into the top squad this year and for next year as well, so pretty excited.
We're just talking about Deadly Choices, the importance of living healthy and the partnership that we've created with the Sharks. It's pretty exciting going into 2019.
Yeah, it is exciting just to get the community involved with it all, and hopefully it's goes well. So yeah.
Do you like the design? I mean, a few of the guys come up with it, one of the Arnies down here. Do you like the design?
Yeah, it's mad. All deadly.
When we talk about healthy choices, deadly choices, what's the deadly choice that's you stand by that keeps you fit and healthy?
The deadly choice for me is just get home whenever I can. Just get involved and keep involved with my community out there. So it's my deadly choice.
So getting back on country, sort of looks after the mental health.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
All right. Braden Trindle, Nathan Appo, make sure you get back on country, look after your mental health, and make a deadly choice.
Round out the 2019 league season on a high at this year's Queensland Murray Carnival.
From October 1 to 5 at Brendale's South Pine Sports Complex, there will be 80-odd teams battling it out for statewide supremacy.
There's underage and open grades for both men and women. And if you've got your health checks up to date, entry discounts will apply.
This is your chance to see some of the future superstars of our game.
So be deadly and get your mob together October 1 to 5 at South Pine Sports Complex, and we'll see you there at this year's Queensland Murray Carnival.
And we're back for the commencement of the second half here at the 2019 Arthur Beetson Foundation Murray Carnival.
We're just talking about pump hair care line. My two brothers sitting on the other side of me got the curliest hair, and this little hair care line is something I think they should get into now.
And I'm glad it's not too windy today.
That hair
Locks
getting
flowing.
more
Yeah.
knotty.
A little bit of soul glow, eh?
Actual chocolate. Oh, yeah. Go on, give us a little, pump out a little tune of Soul Glow there, Nate.
Let your soul.
Actual chocolate.
I tell you what, folks out there, there's no place I'd rather be than be here with Brandon Cruz and Nathan Appo.
We gotta have fun. You gotta have fun.
That's it, eh?
Can't be gammon for the mob out there. They're
No,
gonna
that's
be thinking,
right.
look at these.
Yeah.
Oh, thinking they look deadly on us.
They want to see a little bit of flavour in that commentary, a bit of flavour, not
That's
F,
it.
F for flavour, flavour.
And PG
Flavor.
rated, please.
That's
Nat.
it. Townsville Black Stars 20 to the Southwest Queensland Emus 0. I'd like to see, I think the Emus will get over in the second half. I think no doubt the coach has probably given a few pointers on where they can improve on. And probably it's definitely around that ruck. I mean, it's tough. Like, Townsville Black Stars they've been strong up front. They've got some big boys setting that platform. But hopefully a few of these, the halves
Young
in
little country boys.
country
you know,
boys
let's
be
get
able
the
to-
country out.
Yeah.
Get the toughness. Oh, big run.
Wow.
Need that country courage.
Country tough boys. I've always known the boys from the country are just got that little bit more mongrel than the rest of them, eh?
Well, I know
That we do.
Yeah, no. You're from Brisbane. Your mum are from Innisfail.
I noticed a few of these Southwest Queensland Emu boys. I
Good run.
noticed a few of them are from Blackall. Young Blake,
Awesome.
Blake
Yep.
Mills there,
Yep.
playing for the Emus at the moment. They're tough country boy, tough player.
The feed on him.
And it's funny with the country boys. They've got that never give up type of attitude, don't they?
And of course, our folks out there are
hands.
doing it tough with this drought at the moment. So it's good to see that our kids are still able to come in and participate in the
Yeah.
carnival and be part of it.
Got numbers out here to the right. Oh, strong run by the number
that's
10.
a very, very
Ooh.
strong and tough run by the number 10 there. Young George Abednego. George Abednego is I think his dad might be Terry Abednego, who's works for the Queensland Rugby League up there in the Torres Straits, doing some fantastic stuff.
Awesome.
Yep.
So it's, good to see young George start to put his footprint on this game early in the second half between the Townsville Black Stars and the Southwest Queensland Emus.
I think that's always been my biggest fear as a player, if they're big and if they're fast.
Yeah.
How do I get them down?
That's
You
exactly
know?
right.
Just
And as
An
a
impossible
half,
task.
oh, brother, as a half, you've got the big back rowers running at you. Whoo-wee. Sometimes
Yeah,
you're like,
absolutely.
yeah.
But it's good to see that young Aiden Carson there, just with that options to pass the ball and find Big Abednego to make his way over the line there for that try. So, yeah, again, young Aiden Carson really is looking for options left and right of the in terms of options. But the score now is 26 to the Townsville Black Stars. The Southwest Queensland Emus are yet to score.
Yeah, great to see everyone's commenting on the live stream as well. Bianca Jade, she's willing her Emus over the line. You know, come on, Emus, get on board this second half. Come on, Emus, fire up a bit.
And here we go. Townsville side now working their way out of their half. That's a strong run by, I think that might be that Aiden Carson again. Now looking for Big Abednego. Abednego with a strong run right to the centre of the park.
Takes 4 of him to get him down.
Certainly is a big unit. Offloads the ball now to Tyler Pickering. Tyler Pickering again, very strong run.
I like how the halves are straightening and, you know, going to the line.
Yep.
Yeah, it shows their experience.
And how's young Dijon there? Look, making that tackle.
Oh, he's a little workhorse, isn't he?
Nice offload there by Frank Bacco. Frank Bacco then giving the ball to Brody Arquette. Brody Arquette then making his way around the defence and scores underneath the H post for the Townsville Black Stars. So again, great foresight there by Frank Bacco to then look for the offload to Brody Arquette, who then scores the try.
And they're playing very smart footy, very basic footy, you know. They're not trying to throw the miracle long ball. They're not trying to put on all these crazy things. I suppose, you know, they've got to save themselves. I mean, they obviously look like good contenders in terms of finals, but they, you know, they don't want to sort of give everything, you know, all at once. So basic footy. I mean, if it's just catch and pass and run the hole and you score, is what you just got to do for now.
Well,
Javan Arquette and Brody Arquette must be brothers, I think, eh?
yeah, I think so. But yeah, conversion was successful there by the Townsville Black Stars. The score now is 32 to the Townsville Black Stars. The Southwest Queensland Emus are yet to score. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with young Aiden Carson and how he's directing traffic there and picking up young Brody Arquette out wide.
Leanna Archer, yes, the Black Stars are full of country, that's for sure. All the country boys, love it.
And the kick-off by the Southwest Queensland Emus there, young Liam Crocker.
Mistake there from the 1. And Tremaine Bodie.
Good field position for the Emus here. Let's see what they've got in terms of their attack.
You look at that forward pack. Oh my goodness, that Townsville side. It's looked like there's a shadow of Castle Hill when they packed that scrum.
Boys, Deshaun beating the scrum. Oh, there's that patience. He might get it here. Oh,
Watch out for the bar.
There's that patience. You got 6 tackles to attack the line. You know, you just set up the play, get the quick roll ball, get it out to your halves and your backs.
I don't mind that little play. They are down. They're trying something.
Having a crack.
That's it, eh? That's a Murray footy.
Yeah, it is Murray footy. And they get the a reset as well. Drop out. So, but yeah, like you said, they need to sort of, especially going into these other rounds as well, you want to sort of try and set up a bit of a platform to work towards something, you know, and have a bit of structure and a bit of discipline. But it is tough when you come up against a team like Townsville Black Stars.
Yeah, that's it.
We're very, you know, structured and
they're setting this platform that, you know, like a lot of these teams are setting a platform that you've got to be at if you want to be competitive in this competition.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really good to see.
So here we go now with young Brody. No, Bailey Dobbin taking the ball up there for the Southwest Queensland Emus, and they're going to go right of the H post. Nice hands there, bit of an intercept. That was intercept there by Aiden Carson. Aiden Carson then offloads out to the outside centre, which is Arquette. And here they go. They've got that momentum at the moment with Frank Bacco taking the ball up and then met with a heavy defence there from Robert Rainbow from the Southeast Queensland Emus. Frank gets up, shakes it off, and he's back in it again. Ready to go.
And they've taken the tap.
Quick tap by young Jarvan Kit.
Great run.
But well contained there by young Jake Peters from the Emu side. Good run there by
24.
Zaren
Rosendale. Great run.
Rosendale. Zane Kyle again taking the ball up for the Townsville Black Stars.
And this is where the markers have to work. See, if your markers aren't tying in, you're setting that platform for your defence. If the markers are chasing, everyone else is going to chase and get up hard.
Big Tyrese just working his way closer and closer to the H post. It's a big ask for a big boy to make his way, but I think the
Bailey Dobbin got called there for a shoulder charge.
Here we go again.
Oof. Oh, try. How many defenders are there?
That was big Tyler Pickering.
He's given it.
There you go. The referee's blowing that, but they had about 35,000 people behind young Tyler there. They couldn't stop him. So great try there to the Townsville Black Star, Tyler Pickering.
You can see in the replay, he's just lining up who he's running at.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He's having a look up and he's going, that's where I'm going.
Little jink off the left and points.
Young Tyler Pickering is also part of the Cowboys House program up there in Townsville. So,
awesome. Do we know where he's come from?
Yeah, he's an Innisfail boy. Sorry, not Innisfail, Ingham boy.
Ingham boy, yep.
So definitely beat them tough up there.
Yeah, I played with and against a few, and Sinead Clements.
Yeah, oh,
And
absolutely.
glad
Absolutely.
she's my teammate, Ed. That's
Yeah,
all I
she's
got
tough.
to say.
She is tough.
Well, that conversion was successful by the number 6 Preston Thurston for the for the number 6 Elijah Rodney Joe for the Townsville Black Stars. That brings the Townsville Black Stars 38. Southwest Queensland Emus are yet to score with 15 minutes to go in the second half.
Big run. Oh, and he swapped the ball.
Well, there you go.
How good was that? And he was smart
Yeah.
to pass it to his outside back.
Rashawn Kelly, strong run by Rashawn Kelly there off to our kit again.
Young 23, he's just
Sean
sprinted down the
Kelly.
sideline.
And he sprinted
passed
off.
and then he sprinted off.
He sprinted off.
Yeah.
He's
Now,
just passed
He
us.
hasn't stopped running.
Is
He's
he?
still jogging to the sideline.
I love the
Bang.
enthusiasm.
Yeah,
I
how
love
good is it?
So is he a prop forward or an outside centre?
Oh.
He was just as fast
Mate.
as our kit.
And the good thing is he's still backing him up
Yeah,
the whole
he
way
is.
up the field, which, you know, like back in my day, look
Rashawn
to
Kelly.
the old girl, you know, you'd go, oh, he's right, she's got
Yeah.
this. And you'd just start walking off. But I just love the enthusiasm that they're backing up. They're doing all those 1%ers
Yeah, the
really,
small
really
stuff,
well.
yep.
It's got to be safe to say that a few of these Townsville Black Stars are going to be pushing for spots in the selection for the 16s.
Absolutely.
They're definitely showing their skills and putting their best foot forward. Yeah, you can probably at least rattle off a few that definitely have done a good job today to press for selection. I'd hate to be a selector. Oh.
Yeah. When with the Emus boys, you know, they're not letting it get to them. They're still enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Some of them are looking a little bit tired out there, but you know, they're not putting their head down. They're giving it a crack, and and that's really, really good to see.
And that's what the selectors would be looking for as
Yeah,
well. In some
exactly.
of these teams who aren't doing so well and haven't been able to put points on and are down, they're going to look for the guys who are going to be showing those courages and showing that that will to still try and stick in the game, you know?
Absolutely.
Like it's nil or just a bit of a knock on there by the number
22.
4.
What a name. In the 22.
Trazia.
Wade
Tapau
Taylor.
Jeez. Let's call him TW.
TWTT.
Tapau Taylor. He might be my nephew. I don't know. You'll have to check
Oh.
that out.
And be
If
claiming.
he scores a try, yeah, he might
He's my nephew for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, if he scores, he must take after
come
me.
up here, nephew.
And now, so we've got the Southwest Queensland Emus on the attack up against the
Nice.
Townsville Black Stars. Let's see if they can get over for a try. A solid run there by the number 15, Tyler Pickering again.
Good run by number 4.
Yeah, Brody.
Good
Bailey
directing,
Dobbin. Bailey
yeah.
Dobbin's been everywhere.
And good directing traffic there by the young number Preston Thurston.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, unlucky there, by
Tell you one thing I'm looking forward to, Nathan, is the sprints. Are we having sprints?
Yeah,
this year?
on the last day we got sprints.
Saturday.
Yep.
That's going to
So
be
they'll
awesome.
have
Gonna get competitive,
sprints.
eh?
Yeah, they'll have sprints for all divisions, and then commentators are out there after as well.
Gammon.
Nah.
I ain't getting out there. I'm happy up here in my little perch now.
No, we lucky here in Brisbane, we can Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, you're the big tennis player, big fit one.
Nah, far from it.
Oh, a bit of a fumble there by the Townsville side. So again, we've seen the Emus really put it to them and put Townsville side under pressure.
Yeah, it looked like they're just doing enough here, Townsville Black Stars.
Scrum on their 30. Let's see what they can get out. Like this get out set, they really need to try and force a penalty, you know, from the Black Stars. So they need to, you know, really get their depth, and needs to be a lot more communication around the ruck, especially from their halves.
Black Stars haven't needed to get to a set. And
Oh, here we go.
early
Here's the
kick.
Oh,
Oh, he's dropped it. And then he's regathered it, the 25.
Oh,
Zane
no knock
Kyle.
on there.
Zane Kyle.
he did well to recover that.
And it's all well and good, like if you want to kick, but you need to kick for a purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you've got something going on, all good. But if you're just kicking for the sake of it,
Maybe he was the only one who knew he was going to kick it.
yeah, that's it.
I tell you what, we talk about character in some of these young fellas. Young Jake Peters for the Emus. I like.
Yep.
He's everywhere in terms of tackle. So regardless of the score, it's what I believe the selectors will be looking for.
Yeah.
And the never give up mentality, and you're always going to be in the game, regardless of what the score looks like and what it reflects.
And they've got numbers out to the left here. But by the looks of things with the Townsville Black Stars, they're sort of just going through the motions at the moment.
Yeah.
And sort of using it as a bit of, I hate to say it, but as a bit of a training run as well, just to sort of, fine tune a lot of those little things that they've been asked of their coaches.
Yeah.
But like you said, the enthusiasm from the Emus is still there. Like they're still wanting to have a crack. And a few of them are blowing out their bless, but they'll still have a go.
All right, let's see what young Dijon can conjure up in his bag of tricks to get the Emus out of their red zone. And the ball is out. Working their way right at the goal posts. Looking again to work the blind side. Met with a competitive tackle there by the Townsville side.
Let's put it high.
Nice take.
And again, Clayton McGee looking to kick the ball in the middle of the paddock, but it's been picked up by young Elijah Joe, who then offloads the ball to our kit again, showing a lot of pace and finding holes in the gap.
Their halves here playing so well. Beat the man. They don't look to, you'll see him on the replay here, beats the man,
Doesn't
looks
look
to
to go
pass off.
himself.
Nah, that's
Yep.
right. It's
Basic
good
footy.
presence of mind
Yep.
to pick up a support player, make that extra ground.
And I suppose that's what the halves role is
Yep.
to make everybody else look deadly. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah,
So the number 6 here in young Elijah,
Yep.
just, very smart in the way he goes about how he plays in terms of, he doesn't, like in a game like this, he's not having to overdo himself. He's not having to throw a miracle long ball. He's trying to step everyone. He's just doing what he needs to do, saving himself for the bigger games, I suppose. Very great talent. Oh, he's just waved away to the left.
Struck it well, but that kick was that conversion was unsuccessful by young Elijah Joe.
And, I know how much fitness plays a massive part in playing footy, because it's not just about how fast you are. It's not just about, it's about the repeat efforts. It's about the tackling repeat efforts. All that type of stuff is about your speed. So, to come to a carnival like this, you need to be prepared. And especially with that, I suppose, orthodox type of football, you could be running for Ks on this field.
Yeah.
So, you need to be fit when you get down here.
Absolutely. So that conversion was unsuccessful by Elijah Joe. The score now is Townsville Black Stars 48, Southwest Queensland Emus to get the score. We have just under 6 minutes to go in the second half here at this year's Arthur Beetson Foundation Murray Carnival in lovely Brisbane, which is a bit overcasty and cool, but great weather for football, Nathan.
Yeah, isn't it? Not hot.
Not hot.
We like the hot.
I don't mind this weather, just not windy like this. Oh,
wow, it's a solid.
Solid contact there, but the 60s.
Sort of brushed
There's a
it off,
try
didn't
there,
he?
but the 60's taken heavy contact here, and he's.
It's Elijah Joe.
I think he's busted his
lip,
mouth.
yeah,
Yeah,
bit
busted his lip. He's.
Bit of blood coming out of his.
I think Elijah then he offloads the ball there and finds picks up to Main Bodie.
Main Bodie, yeah.
Bodie there, who scores the try in the corner there. So we might get a bit of an update to see how young Elijah's what actually happened there. But anyway,
There's definitely a big front on tackle with one of their props.
great to see his foresight to be able to pick up the outside running fullback, and then the outside running fullback, then finding the gap outside on the fringes of the Southwest Emus, Queensland Emus defence, and then scoring the try in the corner. So now we've got young Frank Bacco with the kicking responsibilities, and Frank Bacco is a right foot dominant kicker.
I think young Elijah deserves a bit of a blow.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
deserves a bit of a rest.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big contact. Oh, there you can see front on, bit of a head clash.
He kept going, but he won't
Yeah.
come back on. Probably he's probably given early showers and
well,
a bit of a rest.
If the coach is smart, he'll keep him off and save him for the next couple of games.
Well, young Bacco was unsuccessful in that conversion. That now takes the Townsville Black Stars to 52. Southwest Queensland Emus, who are yet to score with a little bit over 4 minutes to go. So the Emus have opted for a short kick-off.
Oh, and they've got it.
And they've regained the ball back.
There we go, the number 2.
Deshaun
Blades.
It was a nice kick by Clayton McGee to then pick up Deshaun Blades with that...
That name, how good is it?
Deshaun Blades.
Deshaun Blades.
Again, could this be the Southwest Queensland Emus' first try? Great run there by Jake Peters.
We could see the point. Oh, unlucky out there with the 17, just putting that down.
Liam Crocker saw what was going to happen, anticipated it, and then threw the ball. And unfortunately, the Emus were unable to capitalise on that. But again, they're going to have to reset now and bring themselves back into the game. Yeah, so whilst they're packing that, referees blowing the whistle, and at the moment I had the privilege of talking with one of our greats, one of the legends of our All Blacks Murray Carnivals, and Uncle Vern Daisy.
Yeah.
Wow, what an honour and a privilege was it to catch up with him and to talk with him and just to be with him in his presence.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
He's a massive man too, isn't
A lot of history there.
There's that replay of that head
wow.
clash.
Yeah, that wasn't good for young Dijon, but yeah, Elijah certainly might be early showers for him, but we'll see how we go. Back to the scrum, and here comes Townsville on their attack.
Oh, great straight run there.
Very solid.
Yep. Here we go. Here's another one.
That's a big run there by the number 23, I believe.
I think that what they're doing is the hooker is identifying that the markers aren't working. So they're getting in there behind the ruck, the first receiver.
Yeah.
So they're coming in there behind the ruck and just making easy meters.
And that's great foresight again, Bo. You know, to be able to do that. But anyway, we've got a change of ball here, and the Emus are now in possession of that. They've managed to get a penalty out of this. So it's great work there by the number 19 for the Emus in Dennis Hampton. Dijon settles play with a kick to the line.
Oh,
which is,
unlucky.
the referee he's touched it. He's touched it.
They'll come in for a scrum now.
I'll come in for a scrum.
After being touched. Come on, Southwest Emus. Come on, we want to see some points for you.
1 minute to go, just over a minute to go. Like you said, Ed, they haven't lost their enthusiasm at all, have they, young fellas? And, you know, they just want to get out there and have a crack. And I reckon they're going to try something real flashy here.
Okay.
Young Deshaun.
What do you reckon, chip on the first?
Chip, maybe a little bit of a step. Flick,
Goosey.
goosey. Flick,
Goosey.
step to goosey to a grubber or a chip, hey. Oh, number 11's got it.
Followed by a cartwheel and an arabesque to finish off, eh?
That only Murray's can do,
That's
eh?
it.
Come on, you Emus, here we go. Oh, solid defence there by the number 17, Fred Billy. Good run there by the number 15.
I reckon they're setting up here for Deshaun.
Jacob Lukowski. 30 seconds to go. Come on,
What's
Emus.
he got? Here he goes.
Come on, Emus. Dijon's got the
Oh,
ball.
there's a goosey. Oh, and a flick.
And he's offloaded the ball to Mr. Arquette. Mr. Arquette, I tell you what, has got legs. And if he was in the Melbourne Cup, I'd back him.
Hey,
I think that might be
number 2.
number 2.
Number 2, was
Walden.
it? Bolden.
Ryla
Ryla Walden.
Ryla Walden. Well, there you go.
Right
Ryla
on the-
Walden. Right on the hooter.
Right on the hooter.
With a dash in
Tough
the gap.
tough ask for the Southwest Queensland Emus. They come up against a very strong outfit in the Townsville Black Stars. So unfortunately, not being able to put on some points, but defensively, you know, they did a pretty good job at the start of the game, and in patches did well to contain the Black Stars, but yeah.
Yeah, well, absolutely. What we've seen so far, Nathan and Bo, is that we've got a very militant Townsville side that showed a lot of promise left and right.
That's right.
In terms of their attack, but having a very large, dominant forward pack to be able to drive your team up and down the paddock certainly has made a massive shift in the game. They'll be quite competitive, the Townsville side, in this year's carnival. But final score on field 1. For between the Townsville Black Stars 56, Southwest Queensland Emus 0.
Hey young guys, Nathan Appo here for Deadly Choices TV. Again, I'm joined here with probably my favourite ambassador from the Deadly Choices team. I hope Steve didn't hear that. Talisha Harden, how are you?
Yeah, good, Raz. How are you? I think Steve heard that. He knows.
He heard it. This 2019, as we know at the start of the year, we have our Indigenous All-Stars. I want to kick this off right now. You're in the team. Congratulations, and going to be representing the mob down in Melbourne.
Yeah, super keen. Really excited. First time, you know, it's the New Zealand Maldies that we're playing against. So it's really, I guess, good for the game, exciting, you know, good for the mob, and hopefully we get a good crowd in Melbourne to come and watch the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's great that, you know, you're a Deadly Choices ambassador, and we're going to have a bit of a partnership with the Indigenous All-Stars, and the shirt that you got on now, you know, we're able to get some health checks done through the community, and if you do, you get a shirt.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so important for, you know, everyone to go and get their health checks, but, you know, the team do such a good job of releasing beautiful shirts that are so well designed and comfy and, you know, sleek and modern, and yeah, they're beautiful.
So leading into 2019, the Indigenous All-Stars, last year you had a massive year with the Queensland Origin team. You also had the Brisbane Broncos inaugural premiership.